Travel tips, let's talk about them. I've traveled to a lot of places, especially in the last 10 years, something like 40 plus countries, and I have learned a lot about what works for me at least, so I'll share a few of them. Number one, for earplugs, the best I have found, Max, M-A-C-K'(S), silicone earplugs. These are not foam, you don't roll them up and stick them in your ear, you actually effectively plaster them over the ear, and I was introduced to these by competitive swimmers. But what's really nice about these, A, they block more sound, at least as far as I can perceive. Secondly, you can sleep on your side or something like that. They do not come out and they do not poke further into your ear. So I'm a big fan of these earplugs, and I have them in every bag that I might travel with. So I have redundancy there. Next is a ball. Rubs. It's about this big. Looks like a golf ball with tiny little points on it. RUBZ. And this is for rolling out your feet before you travel and when you land. So let's say you get to a hotel, Airbnb, whatever it might be. First thing, take off the shoes, roll out your feet. And this tends to prevent and alleviate a lot of tension, not only in the legs and hips, but also in the back for whatever reason. Pro tip, if you have the option, get a massage, say the day after you land, not the day you land for reasons we won't get into right now, and focus on cervical, neck, and upper spine, and that can also dramatically reduce or remove any type of back soreness and so on that was incurred through travel. Next tip, I always have two particular items for immune function or supporting immune function. I have sprayable zinc, and there are many different types that you can use, which I'll use probably 3 or 4 times on days of travel. Also, I will travel with 1 gram capsules or tablets of vitamin C, and while I am traveling, I will take 1 gram every hour that I am awake. And that is a lot, so use to gut tolerance, as they would say. In other words, don't make yourself poo in your pants. Disaster pants, no bueno. So you might want to test that before you're on an airplane. And then last, this is perhaps the coup de grace, one of my favorite discoveries in the last 5 or 6 years. And it is travel caching. What does caching mean? That is from cash, not cash money, but C-A-C-H-E, right? And this means that for the locations I visit most often, if you look at travel patterns, let's just say for me within the United States, very often I'm flying to the same places, maybe 80, 90% of the time, New York City, let's say Miami, whatever it might be. I will develop a relationship with a particular hotel. All of these hotels have storage. Then what I will do is, for the weather in that particular city, I will have 7 to 10 days worth of clothing, including any type of, say, outerwear for New York City in the winter. 1 jacket will do. 1 or 2 pairs of shoes, say sneakers for walking, and then something that equates to business casual or for something a little more fancy. And it lives in New York City. It stays there all the time. How does this work? Well, I can walk to the airport, use a clear card, which I use for everything, and I became an advisor to the company after many years of using it, which will get me from walking in the door of the airport to the gate, usually in, say, 6 or 7 minutes. It's incredibly effective for skipping security lines. Clear card, and then I walk in, no luggage, maybe a backpack with a laptop, and that's it. I land in New York, I have everything that I need. Then at the end of the trip, I'll also even include, say, some coconut oil or almond butter and sardines in cans. That's picked up from Dominic D'Agostino, a scientist. So I have even food if I arrive late at night or simply don't want to deal with room service. I even have some food that's not likely to expire. I wear this clothing for, say, a week, and then I pack it up, or I don't pack it up. I just leave it in the room. And because I am a frequent visitor at the hotel, I ask them to do wash and fold or clean out at the hotel, pack it up, put it back in my trunk. So they'll often even give you a trunk to use. You can buy one for $50, but I was given a trunk. And it's not because they know who I am. It's because I've developed a relationship and it's cheap for them to help anyway. And they will wash, fold the clothing, put it back in your trunk, lock it up, put it in storage, and then it's ready for use the next time. It's fantastic. And so you have that, not everywhere, okay? So it's maybe a few $100 that you spend, and it's in 1 or 2 locations, meaning 1 or 2 cities, and you have everything that you need. You do not need to pack a single thing. And it's recycled and ready for use the next time you go there. That is a long-term investment, of course. It's not for everybody, but for the cost of 1 or 2 plane tickets, you can never pack luggage or never have to pack luggage again to your 2 most common destinations. It's, for me at least, an incredibly fantastic return on investment and has made my travel life infinitely easier and more enjoyable. So those are a few tips you can take and run with. Good luck and happy traveling.